Hey yoga family, welcome to my channel, the best place to practice yoga, both on and off your mat for your body, mind, and soul. This is a morning yoga flow for focus, and we've got a cute phrase in the title that says, better than coffee, morning yoga. I'm not gonna lie that I'm lying about that. I've already had a cup of morning coffee and I savor my cup of coffee in the morning. So if you are like me and you love your morning beverage, this class can be in addition to that to help you start your day with concentration, focus, power, and purpose. You don't need any props, just any that you know you love in your practice to provide support and stability. But we're gonna start in child's pose. So let's get there together and begin our day. So I'm gonna recommend the knees wide variation for Balasana child's pose. Send those hips back towards the heels, please. And then walk the hands towards the top of the mat. Lengthen through the sides of the waist. Let the forehead soften to the earth plane. Take 3 grounding breaths here, please. Breathing into the backside body. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. Inhale, lift the gaze and walk the hands over to the right. And then settle the forehead back down to the earth plane. Reaching through the left fingertips and feeling that sensation from left pinky finger down through elbow joint, armpit, down the side of the body, through the rib cage, abdomen, all the way to the left hip. Take another breath here. Maybe sigh with me. Press into the hands to lift the gaze. Walk back through center, opposite side, over to the left. And stretch through the right now as you soften the forehead back to the earth plane. Lift that gaze by pressing into the hands, walk back through center, and then forehead connects one final time here. Thanking yourself for showing up. Showing up is never easy. Showing up is quite difficult for me personally. And so thanking yourself for being on the mat. Thanking yourself for starting your day like this. Thanking yourself for doing the work imperfectly and messily. Really give yourself gratitude. Meeting me in a tabletop position. Inhale for cow pose. Let the belly soften. Collarbone spreads. Exhale, reverse the movement. Round the back. Head and neck hang heavy. 2 more repetitions. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Coming back through neutral. Inhale that right arm high to the sky for thread the needle. Exhale, listen carefully, thread it through and hover this right arm as you lower down. Inhale to unwind, unravel, reach right fingertips high. Exhale, thread through, hover please. Last one, inhale high. This time thread through and stay. Right shoulder, right ear. You can keep left hand by the face, wrap around the body, or extend towards the top of the mat. You choose. 3 breaths, settle in. Send that left hip point back in space. Anytime we start our day here on the mat, it's such a source of empowerment for whatever it is we're working towards off our mat. I find my day is so much clearer, so much calmer, and filled with so much more confidence when I start here. And so again, thanking yourself for starting here. Left hand returns in front of the face. Push into the palm to unravel and reach right fingertips high. Right hand down, other side. Reach that left arm high. Thread through and hover. Unravel, lift. Thread through, hover. Last time, please. Inhale. Exhale, thread through, left shoulder, left ear, pausing here. Send the right hip back in space. And where's the right hand landing? You choose. 3 breaths. Right hand returns by the face, press into the palm to lift up, reach right fingertips, left fingertips high, left hand comes down, and then again 2 rounds of cat-cow. Coming back into neutral tabletop, curl the toes under. Gaze forward, really firm your body in towards the center. Feel the bottom of the rib cage reach down towards the hip points, tops of the pelvis, and hover the knees. Notice if the knees start to creep up silently. Let them lower. Last 2. Last 1. Soften knees, untuck toes, cat-cow pose. 1 round. Back into neutral tabletop, curl toes under, hover the knees. Really keep the arms firm. Push the earth plane away. Bottom of the rib reaches towards the tops of the pelvis. Last breath. Soften knees, untuck toes, cat-cow. And meet me in downward facing dog. First one. So many yoga teachers repeat themselves here, but it's because it's true. Make those authentic, organic movements for your body. Bicycling legs, taking feet as wide as the yoga mat. Whatever you're doing though, pressing into all 10 fingers, down through the heel of the hand, firming through the arms, wrapping upper arms towards the heart, armpits towards heart, lengthening the sacrum up towards the sky. Beautiful. On the next inhale, roll forward to plank pose with me. Exhale back. Inhale, plank. Exhale back. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Inhale to gaze forward. Make your way to the top of the mat, however feels best. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands down through prayer. Inhale, sweep those arms high. Gazing in the direction that you're headed today. Exhale, fold through the midline. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen from tail to spine. Exhale, step the right foot back. Please soften the knee down. Inhale up, low lunge as you scissor inner thighs towards one another. Exhale, plant hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Take it back, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Take it back. Exhale, step it through this time. Soften left knee down. Rise up, low lunge. Exhale to plant hands. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise. Reaching for the day you want to create. Gaze at fingertips. Hands down through prayer. Inhale, sweep arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, left foot goes back. Soften the knee down. Rise up, low lunge. Exhale, plant hands. Step back, downward dog. Reach left leg high this time. Exhale, knee to nose. Take it back, inhale. Exhale. Reach back, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. This time, left foot comes down. Soften the right knee. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower hands down. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands down through prayer. Pause for a moment here. Hands in prayer, pausing for a moment here. Connecting with your personal power, feeling the earth plane beneath you, feeling the foundation that you're nourishing by being on your mat here, feeling the strength and the stability that you're building, the capacity to concentrate and focus on whatever it is that's important to you, on the things that need your attention most. So realizing that by being on your mat, by focusing, by connecting breath with movement, by saying yes to this practice, you are cultivating your capacity to focus. And focus is our most precious resource. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, fold through midline. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, right foot goes back. Soften the knee down. Inhale, rise up, low lunge. Exhale, hands down through prayer. Inhale. Exhale, twist over to the left. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Press palms in towards one another. Elbow into knee, knee into elbow. Send that left hip back here. Whole breath. You can stay here or tuck the right toes under, lift that right knee, really reach with the hamstring up towards the ceiling, lengthen from the right heel all the way through the crown of the head. Another breath here. Option to stay here or gaze down, bend the right knee, and with grace, step right foot to meet left. Twisted chair pose, get low, low, low. Whole breath here. Gaze down for balance, step the right foot back. Whole breath here. Soften right knee down. Whole breath here. Unwind, reach the arms high. Exhale, plant hands. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank, all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. Push up, plank pose. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale to gaze forward. Make your way to the top of the mat. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Reach towards that day you're creating. Exhale, fold through the midline. Reach hip creases back as you fold. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale, that left foot goes back now. Knee softens down. Inhale, rise up, low lunge with me. Exhale, hands down through prayer. Inhale to prep. Exhale, left elbow twisting over towards the right, outside of right knee, knee into elbow, elbow into knee. Press palms of the hands together, right hip back. Lengthen through the crown, whole breath. Option to stay here, tuck left toes under, lift the back leg, hamstring towards the ceiling. Re-lengthen, heel to crown, whole breath. Stay here or gaze down, bend the left knee, step left foot to meet right, lower hips again. Parivrtta Utkatasana. Or maybe that's Parsva Utkatasana. I won't contemplate here and hold you here. Whole breath. Step that left foot back. Move with intention. Settle back in. Twisted high lunge. There we go. Whole breath. Let that knee soften. Again, whole breath. Low lunge variation. Unwind, reach the arms high. Exhale, hands come down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, lower to the belly. Knees can come down for this. Lower with integrity. Inhale up, cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. Press up, plank pose. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths in downward dog. Last time we're here, 3 breaths here. Enjoy this pose. Soften knees, swing legs around, please. Coming into boat pose, bending the knees, feet planted. I like to start with my hands underneath my thighs here, walking my feet in and coming up onto my tippy toes, really using the legs as leverage to lift through the collarbone. Bring navel to spine, rock back on your sitting bones and reach the legs high. Maybe you're here, maybe you extend the hands to the top of the mat, maybe you straighten the legs. Whatever you do though, keep lengthening through the spine, lifting out of the low back. Last breath. Exhale, lower down, hands behind the back. Let the knees windshield from side to side. Come back through center. One more time, half boat pose, Ardha Navasana, lift up into your variation. Two more breaths. Feet come down, hands behind you, windshield wipe side to side. Beautiful. Coming into half Lord of the Fish pose. So right leg will be underneath. Bend that knee towards the top of the mat, heel towards the left glute. Left sole of the foot steps to the outside of the right foot here, right thigh. Left hand back as your kickstand. Inhale, reach the arm high. Exhale, right arm can wrap around the knee like so. If you're wanting a deeper twist, right arm can reach high and elbow can come to the outside of the knee here. You choose. 3 full breaths. Each inhale, we lengthen up through the spine. Each exhale, we slowly settle into the twist. Maybe gazing back over the left shoulder. 2 more breaths. Begin to unravel, gaze forward, lean back. Let's throw in 1 more boat pose. Why not? Lift up high. 3 breaths here. Lower down. This time, left leg underneath, right sole of the foot outside of left thigh. Right arm back as your kickstand. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, choose your variation. It's so humbling, this practice, because boat pose, full boat pose, Navasana, there's photos of me from 7, 10 years ago where I'm in that posture and I look wildly different than I do now. And so having been a practitioner now for over a decade, having gone through seasons of change in this body, most recently an unplanned C-section that rocked my world, I'm healing from. It's so humbling to be in a different variation of the pose and accept that this is where I am and draw power from that variation. And notice that I'm not using words like modification or the full expression, because each expression of each pose is worthy. Just like we are in each season of living. Last breath. Begin to unwind. Just take a moment, extend the legs long, keep the knees heavily bent, really healthy bend in the knees. Flex the toes back towards the face, lift up nice and tall, and fold the body, torso over the tops of the thighs. Clasp hands around the pinky border of the foot if you're able to. Inhale here, lengthen. Exhale, fold down. Head and neck hang heavy. Breathe into the low back. As long-term practitioners, I think we can all share in the commonality that every life season brings different experiences on this mat, and as it should. And I can appreciate where my physical body once was, but I can also appreciate where my emotional and mental and intellectual bodies now are. And so fine if the physical form changes, right? That's only one layer, one element of this practice and of our experience. And newer practitioners know that in time, you will also travel through seasons and begin to soften around expectations, both on and off your mat, while continuing to strengthen your sense of empowerment, direction, focus. It's such a beautiful journey on this mat. Last whole breath. Hands come back to the earth plane. Walk the torso up and meet me in an upright seated posture. Ending our class with a mudra, a hand gesture, and pranayama. So our hand gesture will be the Surya Mudra, which is the gesture of the sun for activating the fire element, which is very needed when we're starting our day and wanting to cultivate focus. And our breath technique will be 7 short inhales followed by 7 short exhales. If you're finding that 7 inhales and 7 exhales is too difficult, try 5 or even try 3, okay? The mudra, to do it, you bring your ring finger to the base of the thumb and then use your thumb to hold it in place. Ring finger, base of the thumb, thumb holds that finger in place, and then you can relax the backs of the hands to the tops of the thighs. Let the shoulders roll back and down, lengthen through the spine from root to crown. And feel free to listen to my breath pattern first and then join in. We'll go for about 1 minute to 2 minutes. So exhale completely. Keep moving like that. 7 successive short inhales followed by 7 successive short exhales. Last 3 rounds. Release the technique. Begin to breathe naturally and normally. Sitting here for a final minute together. And just before we close this practice with Om, chanting Om together, what is the most important thing that your energy needs to go towards? Is it something physical, like prioritizing what you eat, or how much water you drink, or how much sleep you get this evening, or how many walks you take throughout the day to refocus and recenter? Or is it your emotional body and navigating the internal dialogue that's happening and choosing to listen to that wise voice within versus that loud inner critic? Or is it your mental landscape and keeping your focus in place, keeping distractions at a minimum, and really prioritizing concentration? Or is it your spiritual essence? Is it choosing something that feels sacred and holy to bring your spirit body to the surface? And so which of these elements do you need? Where does your energy, your focus, your attention, that very precious and limited resource, where does it need to go to today? And then sweeping the arms out to the side, gathering up that one thing that needs your energy, that needs your attention, hands down into prayer, knowing that could be something very different tomorrow, and that's okay. Inhale for Om. Reset breath. Slowly open the eyes. Thank yourself for showing up on the mat. Thank you for practicing with me and joining me to begin our days with this incredible experience, bolstering everything that we will do off our mats, where life is happening, right? So hey, if you love this style of practice, a holistic approach, all of my classes are leveraging the chakra system. They all have such intent and meaning woven throughout them. If you love pranayama and mudras and mantras, then you definitely want to get my yoga reset guide. Link is in the description below. It is a 7-step journey that resets your body, mind, and soul through the chakra system. Okay, so again, that's in the description below. Thank you for joining me. Now the real work begins. Like I always say, we have to step off our mats and actually focus on what matters most, right? It's great to set the intention here, but intentions are empty if we don't follow it up with imperfect action. Keyword imperfect, okay. All right, have a great day. I'll meet you back on the mat as always to continue practicing yoga holistically together.